Hey there and welcome back! Today I will be presenting a full and thorough beginner's guide for Stardew Valley for all of the brand new players out there that have started playing the game, helping you start your first year in the best way possible. So let's get into it! On your first day in Stardew Valley, as you wake up in your little cottage, you should always remember to check the TV every morning, as it's a valuable game mechanic that tells you your weather, luck and more for the day. The weather channel tells you what the weather will be like the following day, so you can plan in advance what we will use the day for. The fortune teller is also a really important channel, as it will tell you the luck you will have for that day. Stardew Valley relies heavily on your luck level, so checking this every morning is highly advised. The living of the land channel is something that you should check daily, as it will give you tips on how to progress throughout the year and also report when there are things you can gather in some seasons like raspberry and blackberry. And also every Sunday you can tune in for the cooking channel, which teaches you a new cooking recipe every week even when you don't have a kitchen. When you start the game, you are given a little package of parsnips that you can plant. With this you have two options: either plant them or go to Pierre's and sell them. By selling them, you have a chance to buy the more profitable seeds, which are more expensive, but it will yield more money in the long run. As you're playing, you'll notice that you're limited with backspace, and the first thing you need to do is craft a storage chest where you can store materials or tools you don't use at the moment. It costs 50 wood, so it's preferred to get it as early as you can, which will also increase your foraging skill. Don't clear all the trees until you get foraging to level 1 though, because after getting to level 1, they will start dropping seeds which you can use to make food. Clearing your farm for farming is really important, but you should always plan what you use in advance, because you don't really need to clear everything if you're not gonna use the land there. Clearing out the weeds on the first day can be really rewarding, as you can get fiber and a small chance for some mixed seeds. Mixed seeds are a great source of income for new farms, as it gives you an extra crop on top of the ones that you bought from Pierre's. Mixed seeds can be planted in any season, and it grows a crop depending on the season. When clearing your farm, try to leave as much grass patches as you can. After you make a silo, siting the grass gives you free hay fodder for your animals, which can save you a lot of money in your playthrough. Speaking of foraging, after finishing the important first day planting and gathering, it's really important to explore the mountain, town, forest and beach for forageable items. Starting this from your first day can get you a lot of money and help you in completing the community center bundle. For the beach, there is an extra area which is not accessible without repairing the bridge, which costs 300 wood. But you should aim in repairing it as early as you can, because it gives you more expensive forageable goods, which you can sell, and by gathering all that wood, your foraging skill can go up by a lot. When chopping down trees, always remember that if you're on the left side, the tree will fall on the right side and reverse. Keep it in mind for when you chop trees near water, so you don't lose that wood in there, as it has happened to me before. Try to avoid chopping a tree while standing above or below it, as it will fall randomly on one side. You will also need to upgrade your axe to a steel axe as fast as you can, so you can get access to the secret woods more early in the game. This is an important place, as the secret woods have some extra foraging items, slimes, fish that cannot be caught there, and the most important, hardwood. You need hardwood so you can craft and upgrade your house. You can get 12 per day, so never forget to visit this place daily. When planting seeds, if able, always use the basic fertilizer. You unlock the recipe when getting farming to level 1, and it's crafted by using sap as the material. You would probably have a decent amount of sap from all those trees you chopped from the beginning. Always craft your fertilizer and don't buy it to maximize your profit. Fertilizer can be used on tilled soil or planted seeds. You can't, however, use the fertilizer on crops that have sprouted, so keep that in mind. By using the fertilizer, you have a higher chance on getting a few gold quality items, so it's recommended to use it as soon as you unlock it to try to get the golden quality crops for the community bundle. When you harvest your first crops that you planted and get to farming level 1, craft yourself a scarecrow to protect your crops from pesky crows that steal your crops and seeds. The Scarecrow protects an 8x8 radius, which can be more than enough to have a decent safe farming area, but as your farm expands, don't forget to get more Scarecrows. When selling your crops and other goods, you just put them in the shipping bin near the house and you get the money for them the next day. However, you can also sell your goods directly to the shops if you need money instantly rather than waiting for the next day. At Pierre's shop, you can sell any crop or produce you produced on the farm for the same price and you don't lose anything. Any fish you caught, you can sell it at Willie's shop, mining related things to Clean shop, and monster loot and weapons at the Adventurers Guild. Every Wednesday, Pierre's shop closes down, so be mindful of that and plan your purchases in advance. But if you ever find yourself in a situation that you need seeds instantly, you can visit the local Joja Mart, which is open every day. Just so you know, the seeds that Joja Mart sells have higher prices than the one that Pierre sells. I just don't know who will support them with those prices, but it can be a really nice helper in some situation. Keep track of your energy levels, as sometimes you can get lost in farming, chopping, mining or fishing, and you won't notice that you have spent your energy and pass out. Always have some food with you which you can craft, like the field snack, which is made from the tree seeds, or foraging, the spring onion or some berries, which can be found on certain days. Keeping track of your energy will make it so you don't lose items when passing out. Always check your luck level before heading into the mines, as it really makes a difference in the amount of things you can find and progress down at a higher rate. Also check the Adventurers Guild for some equipment he is selling. You may find an upgrade which will make your trip in the mines easier. He sells weapons, gear and rings which can be quite helpful and change your rate of mining entirely. If you by any chance pass out in the mines, know that you can buy some of your lost items from Marlon in the Adventurers Guild. When starting out, you will quickly notice that a few inventory slots will be an issue, so try to aim for the bag upgrade at Pierre's shop as fast as you can. The first upgrade costs 2000 gold, but will give you an extra 12 slots to a total 24 slot bag, which will make your daily routine much easier, especially when you're mining in the mines. Focus on completing the community center bundles as fast as you can. You will need to try to gather all the seasonal items for the bundles, because if you miss an item from the first season, you will need a whole new year to get it again. The bundles are important as they unlock functions that will help you with your progress, like the quarry, minecarts and the bus, so try to complete the community center as fast as possible. You should always make sure you have some chests where you store a few of the goods you come across in your journey, be it a forageable, fish, produce, mining and more, because you will never know when you will need those items. You will need some for the community center bundles, requests and gifts for the NPCs' birthdays, and a lot for buildings as well. So it's really recommended to always store 2 or 3 of every item just in case you will need it later. Every single Friday and Sunday, you can find the traveling merchant in the woods. The traveling merchant sells a selection of random items which can sometimes be out of season goods, which can be helpful to you in completing the bundles easier. It's always recommended to check her wares, as you can even find some rare bundle items, but you should know that her prices can be quite high. You should always carry your hoe with you wherever you go, because as you travel around the town of Stardew Valley, you'll notice some worms popping out of the ground. Those mean that that place is an artifact spot, and by using your hoe on them, they will give you random items that can vary from materials, books or artifacts. Try to always dig these as you find them, because you can never know what they will give you. When you find artifacts, always donate them to the museum for your collection and some extra rewards that you can get. Be mindful though for 2 things. If you ever get an ancient seed by donating it to the museum, you will get a pack of ancient seeds that you can plant on your farm, which will get you a lot more money instead of selling it. But on the other hand, if you find a dino egg, don't donate it to the museum and instead incubate it in your coop to get your very own dino, which will later produce dino eggs. You can also read the books you find throughout the game in the museum, which can have some information on farming and some stories and tips. You can find some information on legendary fish, items and much more by checking out the library in the museum. When you start the game for the first time, try to get to know all of the NPCs and steadily try to build relationships with all of them, as it is something that will help you a lot later on. Try to finish their requests at the notice board. Give them with things they like, especially on their birthdays, from which you would get more progress. Having better relationship with the NPCs will mean you can unlock some new things like the green tea from Caroline, and also get mail with items and recipes from them as well. Before the day ends, try to check the garbage bins around the town, and especially on a good luck day, as you will have a higher probability of finding something. The items you can get are based off the trash can's location, so if it's near clean shop you can find some ores, if it's near the saloon some food, and random items near the houses. Just try to check the cans when no one is looking, as the people will dislike you if you're seen ravaging near the cans. There is also a small random chance of obtaining a garbage hat by opening the trash cans, so good luck in your search. Well, that was my beginner guide that I wanted to create about the game, and I hope it was helpful to all of the new players out there. Those were my tips for the game until the 1.4 update, and I hope you found them useful and learned something new. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more of it, hit that subscribe button, as I will be making more of these in the future. The 1.5 update is on the horizon and I will be exploring it fully, trying to discover everything new in it. That's it from me, and I hope you all have a great time. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.